There comes a point in many women's lives when something no longer fits, not because life is falling apart, but because the version of you that once learned how to survive is no longer aligned with who you're becoming. And that realization changes everything. Because most women were never taught how much of their lives are being shaped by unconscious conditioning. The roles they learned to play, the expectations they absorbed, the emotional patterns they adapted to in order to feel safe, loved, accepted, or needed. Over time, those patterns become identity. We become the caretaker, the achiever, the peacemaker, the strong one, the one who holds it all together. And eventually, women wake up exhausted, not because they're failing, but because they've spent years abandoning themselves in subtle ways just to maintain the life they created from survival. Life leaves marks on all of us. Some from joy, some from disappointment, betrayal, grief, pressure, or emotional pain. And those experiences don't simply disappear. The body remembers them. The nervous system adapts around them. The mind creates protective patterns to avoid feeling them again and again. So even when life looks fine on the outside, internally, many women are living in quiet states of stress, hypervigilance, or emotional disconnection. Not because something is wrong with them, but because their system learned survival. But survival is not the same thing as living, and this is where awareness changes everything. Neuroscience shows us that the brain and body are constantly adapting to what we repeatedly think, feel, and experience, which means the same way old emotional patterns were conditioned into the system, new ways of being can be created too. And that is what transformation really is. Not becoming someone new, but consciously releasing the identities, emotional patterns, and beliefs that no longer reflect who you truly are. Because healing isn't just about recovering from pain. It's about remembering your power beneath it. If you've been feeling the pull towards something deeper, more peace, more truth, more alignment, more life, that feeling isn't random. It's wisdom. It's the part of you that knows you were never meant to spend your life reacting, shrinking, outperforming, overperforming, or waiting for permission to become yourself. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not define you. Your conditioning is not your identity, and your future is not limited to the patterns you inherited. Because emotional sovereignty begins the moment a woman realizes she is no longer here to survive life. She's here to consciously create it. You're not waiting for change. You are the change. And the woman inside the sovereign woman and the women inside the sovereign women society aren't trying to become someone else. They're learning how to return to themselves beneath conditioning, pressure, and survival patterns. Because emotional sovereignty doesn't begin with perfection. It begins with awareness. And that changes everything.